How are you doing, April and Pam? I'm just now finding a plug, an extension cord to get to my phone charger here. There we go. I think I'm ready to rock and roll. Check that out. Alright, because I've got a really messed up keyboard here. So I cannot type back to people. My daughter claimed she didn't do it. I know she did, but it's okay. In either case, got my laptop set up, and now I've got my, come on now, and now I've got my other one. I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a pretty decent Friday, having a pretty good time. Had today off, so I got to kind of get some work done around the house, work on some projects, and finally get online because I was not able to live chat for the last 3 days. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos on OBS. I don't have Streamlabs OBS. I've got the original one, and so yeah, I'm finally able to get back on, and it makes me very happy. And I just realized after watching this final video that probably one of the reasons I've been having issues is because I've been streaming off of Wi-Fi. I'm so used to Wi-Fi that I forgot that I actually had cables and cords to be able to, hardline my laptop. So I had to move to a different location, and hopefully there will be no buffering today. I'm finally able to get back on, and it makes me very happy. Finally able to get back on. So I am happy. Is the quality good for you? Because that's one thing I was learning about too, is the resolution. I'm a little blurry, but I think a lot of that has to do with the laptop quality, the webcam and the laptop quality more than anything. Let me make sure my stream is up to date. For some reason there's lag. Make sure there's lag on there. How has your Friday been so far? Still looks like I got time. Maybe not. But yeah, how has your Friday been so far? Okay. Looking good on here. Looking good on here. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. See, I thought I had all that taken care of before I even started. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Corey. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining me. The last couple of live chats that I've had have been really weird and buffering and always having issues going on. So I've been studying hard. I need to study more, but I've been studying hard to learn about this streaming stuff the last couple of days so I can make sure I'm not having issues. If you guys can hear me, give me like a number 1 or something. And if the visuals are clear, give me a number 2. I just want to make sure everything's cool. I don't see any buffering. Good. Yeah, I have really been, but I'm still getting information on this side saying YouTube is not receiving enough video. I thought I tweaked it. I'll tweak it again. I'll tweak it again when I get off of here. I'm not going to worry about it. I think for now I'm good because I actually hardlined my laptop for the first time to my Wi-Fi, which is like right behind here. But yeah, in either case, thank you so much for joining. I got 4 viewers. See me, good. You can hear me, you can see me. So I think depending on what area you live in. Oh, let me back up. So the title, as the title says, Ghetto Corner Stores and Other Business Topics. And what am I using? I'm just using regular OBS. I'm using the same thing that I was using before. I'm just actually using the little the little options that are on here. Because before, the only thing I knew how to do was copy my stream key from YouTube, paste it on OBS, and then that's it. And it's just my background. But yeah, I've been studying. Let's just say I've been studying a lot. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and it's just OBS, the free software. Some people use Streamlabs OBS. I'm using the regular one, and I don't know if you usually use Hangouts or if you usually use YouTube. I'm liking it though. I'm liking it. It look nice, right? It look nice, right? I'm like, yeah. And then look, when I get out of the frame, so when I get out of the frame, like I wasn't in the frame a minute ago, I was looking for my Oh, that's okay. That's okay, April. I figured you was busy or something because you were the first one in the room. You said hi and all that good stuff, and then you stepped out for a minute. That's cool. But look, when I step out of the room, well, there's a little bit of junk back there. But when I step out of the room, you almost don't know, like that's a window. But that's a window. So yeah, that's my actual wall back there. The rest, the rest is just a picture I got from the internet. And you can use different stuff like that on here on OBS. But yeah, ghetto corner stores and other business topics is pretty much the topic of discussion today. I I live in, I guess, a suburb area, pretty decent suburb area. Nice homes in this area, but we're surrounded by apartments, and they're not like high end apartments. They're medium income, medium to low income this way, and a little bit further closer to my daughter's school is like some low income apartments, and I guess down that way. So we're like literally surrounded. The highway is close by, and then nothing but apartments around. But anyways, I say that to say it seems like whenever there are apartments in certain areas, the stores are not like really nice stores, but there's a Family Dollar, there's a Family Tree, there's a Family Dollar, Family Tree, Dollar General where I stay, and then there's the regular corner stores around. And she said I didn't notice that, and then you sat down. I was like, what? Yeah, this is how this is the home I would love to have. We can all dream, right? We can all dream. This is the home I would love to have. Um, and so I'm gonna keep it like that. That's what I picked out. That's what I would love to have. But depending on where you stay, you can have some really nice stores, average stores, and then there's always that janky looking kind of corner store that is really kind of in the lower income areas more than anything. And it makes me wonder what kind of area I'm in because, okay, so if I go north of where I'm at, I've got like the regular franchise type shops, your Targets, your Walmarts, your Rosses, and your 7-Elevens, franchise stuff like name brand store stuff. Let me see, Dollar Tree, all that other good stuff. Then if I go just a little bit south, like right where I'm at, I get your mom and pop shops, your mom and pop stores. And there's nothing wrong with mom and pop stores. However, I notice as these stores are like right by the apartments, they don't do anything with the buildings. Like they're open for business. I'm pretty sure they've passed whatever certification they need for to stay in business to keep their licenses or whatever, but they don't paint, they don't do anything with like if there's grass around it, they don't like landscape it or anything. If there's for like the parking lot. It's not really well maintained. Sometimes they'll have, it cleaned up. They'll have like a person come through and clean it up, but sometimes it's kind of trashy. If there's a part where like there's grass and then the sidewalk and then the parking lot, it's like a little trail that people have walked through to get there. And I'm like, why don't the business just put like a sidewalk there? So anyways, my point is I see these kind of like ghetto corner stores in my area, and I'm always thinking, why don't they paint? Why don't they put up new signage? That's like from 1984. What the signage is all faded and looking tacky, and it just doesn't look good. And then I look in, just a little bit 5 minutes north of me, I'm like, it's so much nicer. And I'm like, now that I'm really thinking about making my own business and stuff, I'm like, well, all my life I have felt like if I had a store in this area, I would make the store look nice so that, one, people would want to give me their business, and then two, giving back to the community. Like the community is patronizing your business. So when I give back to the community and give them a nice shopping experience, a nice shopping experience and a clean parking lot to go in and different things like that. So you say some people are cheap. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with cheap, but I'm the more that I'm actually like trying to get more into business, I'm kind of like on the fence now. I'm actually because all my life I felt like, oh my gosh, these people they're so stingy, they're greedy, they're getting all this money from the neighborhood and community, and they don't even have the decency to clean up the parking lot or put new paint on the building. Or like they have the little barriers, little cement barriers, or those little cement pole things, they're all chipped and cracked, or like somebody hit it years ago, so it's all tilted to the side and they never replaced it. I mean, look at the thumbnail of like the live chat, and that's just like one example. I wanted to take a picture around here, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But like even I don't know, is it the neighborhood's fault? Is it the business's fault? Is it the neighborhood's responsibility? Is it the business's responsibility, or is it good enough? Is it anybody's responsibility? Do the owners have any type of obligation to have a nice experience to upkeep it, or is it just like, hey, um, you can't fall and trip and get hurt. It's open during business hours. We have a fire extinguisher. We're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like we have the basics. That's what I'm wondering. Like, why don't they do more? It is 4:30. I think I'm probably gonna stay on about an hour because I got this started so late in the day. Ugh, I got this started so late in the day. My daughter may or may not call me to pick me up. To pick me up to get picked up from school. Well, she should be riding the bus. But yeah, there's one very close by. I won't call the name of it, but the name is even like, let me stop. Let me stop. The name is definitely not a franchise name. It's somebody's name, and it's a name. It's a name. But yeah, growing up, I always thought when I get my own store, or if I ever have a store, it's gonna be cute. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be comfortable. People are gonna like coming there because they're gonna feel like they're at home, right? I even thought about like even Walmart's not so bad, but there's a lot of shopping stores where they don't really have a lot of seating. And like a lot of older people or people that are differently able, they need to sit down from time to time when they're shopping. And I'm just thinking in my mind, how can I make this place better? I'm like, why don't these places have more chairs, like the little benches, the little park benches? That's why I took Walmart out of the equation because you said you're here, but you're listening. Something popped up on the chat. Oop, oop, oop. I'm still here, but cooking dinner. Okay, okay. No problem, no problem. Um, I'll hold this in my hand. Yeah, there's a lot of like whether you go out to the mall or whether you go to different stores. And if you're going out as a family, now the young people, they're fine usually, but it's the older people I normally see. Like when I was out with my grandmother, she'd have to go out and sit in the car like, oh, I'm getting tired, you guys. I'm going to sit and rest. And I'm thinking, why don't these businesses cater to the older generation and do things like put benches or chairs or different resting areas in for the people? And I have all this, I've got this long, long list of ideas every time I go out, especially in urban areas and a little bit more lower income areas. Like, this would be great if you would just do some landscaping. This would be beautiful if you just, replace that broken window that has been there for the last 2 years. But the one thing that I did not realize, since I had never been interested in business before, is this stuff costs money. Like it ain't free. This stuff costs money. I'm thinking about different ways. And Corey, you could probably identify with some of this because you have your own brand. You have to think about packaging, marketing, the quality control, for your lashes, things like that. So you have to manage you have to manage the product and all the things that go along with that, that you're actually putting money into it and hoping to get money back. That is the part that I didn't realize before starting my own business. I just kind of had these fanciful ideas like, oh, when I get a business, it's going to be so cool. People are going to like it. They're going to be comfortable. I'm going to make it convenient for them. But again, all that kind of stuff costs money, costs money, money, money. I go to Whole Foods a lot. I know you guys probably have heard me mention that before. I love going to Whole Foods. I'm not a Walmart person. I'm not. I fell out of love with Walmart years ago, and part of it is because, like, when I go to the produce section, they leave like a lot of bad fruit and produce in there, and one bad apple spoils the bunch, right? So you can have like a mound of whatever, and then you've got this one thing that like got split open or bruised or whatever, and so now you got gnats flying around it, and you've got once it's touching something else, it starts to make other stuff go bad and moldy. I'm like, that put me off of that one thing, not just that one thing, but many, many reasons why I don't like Walmart, just kind of for political reasons. They don't pay their people right and benefits and all that stuff. But as far as the consumer side of it, like I don't really like Walmart. I do shop there. I'm kind of double talking. I do shop there when I have to, but I prefer not to go there because the shopping experience is not nice. If I had my choice, I would go to Target. Target, they have fewer selections, but the selections are nicer. They're usually smaller. Well, there are super Targets, but where I'm at, there's a smaller Target and there's a huge super Walmart. So there's more stuff here, but it's kind of like they don't really maintain it well, and it's always kind of like stuff is falling all over the place and everything. But then Target is like it's more well maintained. There's fewer options, but nicer options. It's always clean, things like that. Same thing with Whole Foods. I prefer to go to Whole Foods, which is way overpriced. I know it is. I know it's way overpriced. But going to the produce section at Whole Foods versus going to the produce section at Walmart is a totally different experience. And I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced that, even though Renee said she had never been to a Whole Foods before. I don't believe that. It's hard. Yad Payal Kiseo, hello, welcome to the live chat. You and everyone else who may have forgot to hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up for me if you can. Welcome, welcome. Yad, we're talking about stores, convenience stores, and the really, really bad and tacky ones that are sometimes in poor areas or low income areas or medium areas. And why don't they do something about it? Why don't the businesses do something to make it more appealing to people? So yeah, I spend quite a bit of money at Whole Foods because the food is fresher. It's usually a lot cleaner. The people are nicer and they treat you nicer and they just make you feel better. It's like, yes, I will give you my money because you are making me a happy shopper. And then one final comparison is probably, I don't know if you guys got QT. Do you guys have a QT where you stay? QT is short for Quick Trip. It is a gas station franchise. Red and white is the color scheme or something like that. I never had QT back home, but when I came down here, thank you very much. Yes, the thumbs up. I appreciate that. When I came down here to Texas, I was first experienced QT. And QT is kind of like 7-Eleven, but a little bit bigger and a lot better. They're always cleaning, they're always restocking, they're always wiping stuff down. You will almost never stay in line more than two people deep because there's usually like four people running the place. It's really weird. It's like even on night shift, there's like a minimum of two people, but there's always people like always stocking, always cleaning, and always two people at the register. So it's like, hey, and they always greet you when you come in, like, hey, welcome to QT. And then, hey, come back and see us again when you're done. So it's like that experience, right? So I would much, much prefer to go to QT and spend my hard earned money. I think I spend more. It's a gas station, by the way. If I hadn't mentioned it, QT is a gas station. Just like a lot of 7-Elevens are gas stations, but they're convenience stores put together. I spend more at QT at the convenience store than I actually do for gas. Like I will go for gas, but then I'll spend a whole bunch more on the stuff on the inside. Or sometimes I'll just be like, I want a snack. Let me get a pop, or let me get some water, or let me get a snack, whatever. And I'll go there instead of Racetrack or Mobile Exxon or 7-Eleven or Sunoco or what's the other one? Racetrack. I can't think of the other one, but it's a couple of competitors, but they don't really compare at all. You said great pay and good benefits as well. I get it, but I shop at the least expensive. I need to. You know what? I don't know where. Somewhere along the line, I got a champagne taste buds on a beer budget. I really do need to stop it. I really do need to stop it. But I don't know. Like I don't spend my money on a lot of other things, like a lot of luxury items. I don't spend money on clothes. I don't spend money on shoes. Y'all see, my hair is pretty much the same all the time. I don't spend my money on hair. So like my vice or my discretionary money, a lot of it goes on food. Like I love food. I love food. I'm a foodie, and I'm a foodie, and when it comes to shopping, to me, experience is actually just as important as like the cost. But when funds do get low, I do bargain shop and price compare. I should do that all the time. I really am kind of spoiled. Uh, but that's not the topic. The topic is ghetto corner stores and other business topics. So ghetto corner stores, here's one thing. On the one hand, now that I'm actually starting to spend money on products and packaging and postage and shipping, things like that. Now that I'm actually more familiar with like the money part that it takes to run a business, I kind of feel for the business owners. I'm like, okay, if that was my convenience store, fantasies aside, all the things that I would do to make this store look great, how much would it actually cost? And then I start breaking it down in my money, like, okay, I need my house painted. Why haven't I got my house painted yet? Because finances aren't bad, but I'm like, I don't have the money for it right now. I'll do that later. I'll put that off to the side or whatever. So if I'm not even painting my own house, how much more would it be for a business to be painted? You walk in, you see the linoleum floors that are kind of like peeling up in the corners and stain and whatever. There's like chunks of it missing here and there, and I'm like, this is so unprofessional. But you guys probably hadn't noticed, but if you've ever seen some of my videos where I show my floor, I have no floor. I actually have no floor. It's not funny. It's really not funny. In September, we had some really, really, really heavy rains here in Fort Worth, Texas. They were like, it was a deluge. I mean, it was so much, so fast, in so many days in a row that I actually had flooding for the first time. And I didn't even know what was going on. My daughter woke me up one day. I was taking my nap. She said, Mom, we got water on the floor. I thought maybe the dishwasher had broken or that she did something and maybe a pipe burst, but no, there was water from this back room that I'm in now, all the way to the front room. Not in the bedrooms, thank goodness. Not in the bedrooms, but on this side of my house, there was flooding because there was so much water that the ground couldn't soak it up fast enough. And so I ended up pulling up my carpet. I had carpet from the front to the back, and then I've got, well, basically carpet all the way through except for in the kitchen. And so since September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, holy cow, 8 months? It doesn't seem like that long. Oh, our whole family's hair salon. No one pays for haircuts around here, even me. See, you're frugal. I admire frugal people. I envy frugal people. I'm frugal with some things, but not with the right things. Hmm. 8 months. It does not seem like that month. It seems like maybe 3 or 4 months have gone by since the flooding, but it has been 8 months since I pulled my carpet up, which means I've got, well, y'all can't hear that, but listen to this. I'm hitting a bottle on the ground. You should be hearing carpet. That is concrete. So here I am, the pot calling the kettle black. I'm talking about these stores and like, oh, look at these floors. I have no floor, people. I have yet to get my own floors um, refloored because I wanted to make sure that there was no more flooding issues. So I had to have a landscaper come out, look at my French drains. He never showed up, and I never ended up getting another person to look at it. And so until I make sure there's no more flooding, they can come back in. I didn't want to get any floors that would get messed up. So, anyways, the point is that's money, right? That's money. The money that I need to spend to get the landscaping done so that I can get the flooring done, so that I can finish the painting here, da 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 da, it all adds up. Landscaping as well. Now, the landscaping, I'm talking about functional landscaping so that my French drains work properly and that I don't have flooding, but the beautification of it. So I've got a front yard, and compared to all my neighbors, talking about the ghetto corner store. Now that I'm saying this out loud, it's hilarious. Talking about the ghetto corner store, my front yard compared to my neighbors, I look like the ghetto corner store. I just had a catharsis. I didn't realize that until I made this live stream. But Aldi's, we've got an Aldi right around the corner. Yeah, we shop at Aldi's too. I prefer Kroger. I don't know why. That's that champagne taste buds again coming out. In order of best to like most favorite to least favorite, I love Whole Foods. We've also got a place called Central Market around here. Central Market is actually at the top of the list. Central Market is like for me 40 minutes north of where I'm at in a shishi poo poo area called South Lake. There's also one in downtown Fort Worth, also one in downtown Dallas. Mickey XO, I'm gonna ask her one day if she's ever been to Central Market because Mickey XO, if you ever what's XOXO, if you ever follow her, she's from Texas. I don't know why I thought that girl was from the UK. I don't know why, but she's from Dallas. I found that out last week. So she probably knows what Central Market is like. Central Market is divine. It's like gourmet everything and organic stuff. Of course, if you like organic stuff, if you're vegan, if you like making different recipes that call for like exotic stuff, you're gonna find it at Central Market. Then there's Whole Foods. Then there's Kroger. Then Tom Thumb, which I'm not close by a Tom Thumb anymore. Then Albertsons if I just had to go somewhere. Then Aldi's and then Walmart in order. That's like my favorite. But of course, everything I just said is in order from most expensive to least expensive. But I just like the shopping experience. I'm stuck on the experience. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm stuck on the experience. I love the experience. My front yard is the worst on the block. You told me that last time when I showed you the up close. I can't remember what video that was, but I was like, girl, my yard was that big. I hadn't cut it. I still don't have a lawnmower. I've been in this house 2 years and I still don't have a lawnmower. And I still don't have a dedicated lawn cutting service. But it was so big and I was so embarrassed. But I had a guy cut it and it hasn't got too bad anymore. You said, all we do is cut it, but we don't water it. That was my issue last year. Mine was the brownest on the block, and now it's really patchy. I actually did take some time to spray some weed stuff, weed killer stuff. You hook it up to the hose and spray it so that all those big, ugly weeds don't come through. Now it's a little patchy, but at least it's more green and not so crazy. But yeah, I sit and I talk about these areas that I love to shop in because I like the experience. I don't know. I wonder, does that say more about the business or does that say more about the consumer? Uh, Back when I was in Michigan, I lived in an area where it was pretty much the same thing. It was kind of a ghetto corner store, but it was a grocery store. And like sometimes there would be like dust on top of the cans. Sometimes the stuff wasn't fresh. It was one of those places where as soon as you go in, you're like, what's that smell? Like, is the meat off or something? It was one of those kind of places. And I kid you not, one time, I don't think this had anything to do with the store, but it still happened. One time I went into the store, I got my, light groceries, I got a carton of eggs, I came home, I cracked the egg open and there was a worm inside. I was thankfully I didn't just crack it open in the pan. I cracked open two eggs. I was getting ready to whisk it in a bowl, and I'm like, before I even put the fork in, I'm like, what is that? And it was a teeny tiny little egg, not egg, a teeny tiny little worm. I don't know what kind of worms and parasites that affect chickens, but it was there and it was gross and disgusting. And I took it back. I poured it straight from the bowl into like a little baggie, Ziploc baggie, and I took it right back to the store. And I said, "Excuse me, sir, I need to return this." He says, "What's wrong?" I said, "Look at that." And I showed him, in the little baggie, it was flat, but it was still flat. It was still cracked open. I said, and I said it quietly because I didn't want to embarrass him. I said, this egg has a worm in it." He's like, "What? What is this? What is this? No, you did that. You put that in there. No, no, I'm not going to give you your money back. You did that. That doesn't happen." I'm like, "What?" But in that particular area where I lived in, that particular ethnic group was kind of shady acting and weird towards the population in the area that I lived in. I think we all deserve a chance to have our businesses, whether you're born here or born somewhere else. But those were bad experiences back home where the store owners they did not treat you nice. And he like accused me of putting a worm. It was very, very tiny. It was like I don't even know how to describe it, but it was small enough where it was like it must have been something that I don't know. I don't even know how that happens. But yeah, stuff like that happened. Poor customer service is my point. Poor customer service. Yeah, yeah. Um, so I've got cats, and my cats at one time had worms. If you've ever had a dog that's had worms, or a cat that had worms, or heaven forbid, a cute little fluffy bunny with worms, the teeny, 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 tiny ones, that's what I'm talking about. The teeny, teeny, tiny ones. Like, yeah, that. Either way, it was disgusting. And I feel like in a suburban area or a more franchised store, first off, they would have apologized. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this happened to you. What can I do to make it better?" And they would have either given me a refund, they would have replaced the product, they would have done some type of quality control to make sure that it didn't happen to somebody else. That's what happens in suburban areas or more affluent areas. But yeah, I lived in a more ghetto area back home than I do now. I'm like on the fringe, and I use ghetto loosely. I don't want anybody to be offended. Ghetto can mean so many things to so many different people. When I use the word, I mean there's not enough money to do it right, and I don't care. That's a very loose way of defining it. And yeah, there's not enough money to do X, Y, and Z the right way, but I don't care. I'm gonna just do it anyway. So looking at these convenience stores, they could do better. I feel like they could do better. Looking at the apartments that are around here, yes, you have low income people living there, but you could do better. Just because the people cannot afford better doesn't mean the apartments can't get grants, invest in making things better, and then write it off. That's one thing I have learned about. Running a business, different expenses, especially for maintenance and repair, you can write that stuff off for tax purposes. So I don't understand why they're not doing it. So that makes me flip back on the other side of the fence. There's money available to remodel, refurbish, and renew and renovate, and then you can write it off. So I don't know. I got a puppy with worms. My mom had to deal with it. Yeah, they're no fun. They're no fun. Honestly, here it's sort of different. When ethnic people go in fancy stores, people don't treat us right. Wait, when ethnic people go in fancy stores, people don't treat us right. Are you saying? Oh, never mind. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. Different ethnic groups. Back home, we had a lot of they were like Middle Eastern, but a different kind of Middle Eastern. I think they were like Chaldean. What a lot of the people that I grew up with, and most of them were cool, cool people. Most of them, but some of them, if you weren't the right shade, they didn't like you, and they either treated you weird, or they were just like, "Yo, what's up, man? What's up, my brother?" Like they stereotyped you to try to like be cool with you. And I was like, "I do not talk like that, sir. Please do not address me as, 'What's up, girl? What's up? Hey, hey.'" I was like, "You will address me, ma'am. You do not know me." So darker skinned people, but the younger ones, it was like, "Yo, what's up, my end?" It's like, "Excuse me? That is not professional at all. And I don't care what color you are. That is not professional in the store." But I digress. I'm getting off topic here. Actually, maybe not, because that is a business topic. Ghetto corner stores and other business topics. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that as brick and mortar stores in the community that's taking this money in from whoever's living there. Do you think they do? Do you think they owe something to the community to polish up the store, have a nicer look, um, upgrade? I hope that front door is open if she does come home. Oh yeah, she's not home yet. You think they have do you think they need to be committed to, just making the community better? I think, and this is just an opinion, I think a lot of times in lower income communities, when things don't look right, you don't feel right about it. Like there's no sense of pride. You know what I mean? There's no sense of pride in the community. Um, so I think it would be like a ripple effect, basically a ripple effect or a domino effect. If the stores look nicer, if the stores maintain their grounds, um, if more people, what is that cat doing? Oh, I moved to a different area and the cats are always distracting me. They're always knocking stuff over and doing things. Ugh. But yeah, do you think store owners have an obligation to make their store look the best that they can for the community, or do you think they only have an obligation to be profitable? And now that I'm actually exploring it a little bit more, I'm, hey, buddy, what's going on? PJ came to give me a hug, so phew, say hello, PJ. Hi, my name is PJ. I approve this message. You're such an affectionate cat. He came right up here to head bump me, which is his way of giving a hug. But do you think stores owe it to the community to make the businesses look better, and for the other stores that I talked about, like making it more, man, I knew that was going to be a mistake. These cats shed so much sometimes. And for the other stores, you think it's their obligation to make it a better experience, like putting in benches or sitting areas. I'm thinking about the seniors. I just noticed that a lot lately when I'm out, especially in places like Walmart. Not all Walmarts have it, but in Walmarts, you'll often see, like, I will see an older person kind of like, just sitting there on their cane and they're just waiting for their family to get done, or maybe they're just, kind of leaning up against the wall. And I'm thinking, well, that would be nice if, whatever store that I'm in had a sitting area. And in the malls too, they do have the picnic area at least. No, I'll take that back. More malls that I've gone to lately do have more seating areas. Because, I mean, think about it. The more convenient you make it for your customer, the more profitable it actually is. When you've got, like, just think about it back to before we had the picnic areas in the malls. When you got hungry, you had to leave the mall to go get something to eat, right? Or in places where there's no bathroom, you have to leave that area to go to the bathroom, or um, you're taking your business away from it. So when you add all these different accommodations, you're actually making it. You said every store should have a seating area, and I hate it when they don't. Yeah, that's not me. It's sometimes you're tired, right? The more convenient, I feel like the more convenient you make it for your customers, the more they're willing to spend money with you. Like people like me. I'm telling you, I love this. I don't like shopping. I actually don't like shopping, like shopping, but I love it when I can have a nice shopping experience. I like it when the music is not too loud. I like it when it's a nice, clean, fresh smell when you walk in the front door and not, ooh, what's that smell? I love it when the bathrooms are clean. I think we can all agree to that. I love it when they actually take the time to make nice bathrooms. Like some of the Walmarts that I've been in, depending on where the area you are, they look luxurious. Like a little bit of tile work makes a huge difference versus, just they slap some paint on the wall and there's the linoleum stained floor with the caulk missing in the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. It makes a difference. But when I go to these different places where was I at the other day? I almost took a picture. Sometimes I do take pictures. I almost took a picture of the bathroom. It was so nice. Uh, think. Where was I? I mean, it was sharp for a bathroom. It was sharp. Where the heck did I go? It wasn't Walmart, was it? No, no, not Walmart. It wasn't Whole Foods, was it? If I can think about it, I'll put it. I'll put it in the description after the live stream. But it was. It just. It made me think. It took my level of experience up to a whole nother level, and it made me think that much more highly of the store itself. I'm like, man, this place has got it going on. Wow. Oh, I know where it is now. I can't reveal it because I'm actually gonna make a video about it, and I wanted you guys to guess where I'm at. I remember where it was now. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense that it would look that nice. Okay, never mind, scratch that. I've got some videos that I'm making a series about. I posted one picture on Instagram of the background. I think I might have posted two different ones. And I think I said something like, guess where I'm at. If I can keep going to this particular location, I'm probably going to try to make more of my recorded videos there just because unfortunately my home doesn't look like this yet. My home doesn't look like this yet, but I do want this is the feel that I would love to have for the channel. When I think of entrepreneurship and success, this open up any glossy magazine on home and gardens, and those high end magazines that talk about decorations and stuff. When I saw this, I downloaded it real quick. Like, yes, yes, darling. I can imagine myself getting up right now and walking out that back way to the little patio area. Like, I don't know where I got that from. Like I said, I got champagne taste. I got champagne taste on my beer budget, but it's mine is in a different way. I don't luxury stuff for myself. I don't care, but more I like more experiences. I really like experiences. I would love to experience a home like this. I like to experience good food, like good food, not they just slop something together or something real cheap. I love good food. I love good experiences, and yeah, yeah. So I got off topic again. I got off the topic again. It had something to do with oh, okay. So I'm shooting some of my footage off location in an area, and it's a really nice area. If I can keep going there, I will keep going there, just to kind of have an overall feel for the channel because that's part of my goal. Part of my goal is to leave my current job so that I can have more freedom of time, and then the other one is I just want to live a nice, cushy life. Don't we all? Don't we all? Um, yeah, that's my thing. I didn't get any feedback from that though. Do you guys think, or do you? I think there's only. Let me see. I got 3 current viewers. I don't know how busy you guys are, because I know sometimes I listen in while I'm doing other stuff too. But if you have a moment, let me know. Do you think business owners owe it? Yeah, do they owe it to the customers to, excuse me, fix the place up, have it looking their best, have different accommodations, or is it just like no, it's a business's job to be profitable by any cheap means is necessary, by cheapest means necessary. Yeah, make as much money with as little investment as possible. I think that's probably what the answer is. I think that's what the answer should be. I don't like the idea because I would like to think that if I ever had a brick and mortar business, who knows, maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll take my online stuff to a brick and mortar. I would like to think that once I had a store, I would make it, hello, welcome home. Welcome to the live stream. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button when you come in. I didn't get any phone call. I got my smartphone here that I'm looking at the chat, and I got my flip phone is probably up there, but no. You better stop wearing your brother's clothes. Whose shirt is that? You got stuff in my inventory?
No.
No, don't touch my eBay inventory. Did you get that out of my closet?
No.
Where'd you get that from?
Garage.
No, okay, go give me that shirt. Give me that shirt.
I found it though.
No, you didn't. If you found it in the garage, you didn't find it. That's
I found
inventory.
it myself. Remember when we went out?
Give me, give
I
me.
found his shirt.
Let me see. That's a nice button-up shirt. That's a nice Western shirt.
I found this.
I don't think that's one of yours. Please hold. Technical family difficulties.
I found this when we were out.
Did you get it stained up? You got your shirt stained up.
My shirt stained up, but not this.
What is on your shirt?
Marker.
Kika, I don't think that's one of your shirts.
Oh, that?
Yeah, that.
I didn't even see that. Oh, just some Cheeto dust.
Cheeto dust looks like blood or something.
Not blood.
You sure you need to check all your fingers and everything? Look at that. That is a nice. No, Keiko, this is not one of yours.
I found that.
No, this is a Wrangler.
No, I found that one, Mama. I remember seeing that one. I picked that up. I remember it vividly, Mama.
Vivid. I don't think so.
Yes, I did. I found it. It's hold up anyway.
That's okay. This can still. Oh well.
Yeah.
It depends. eBay
on the sleeves too.
Keiko, I think this is one of mine.
That's mine. I found that one.
This looks like somebody wore it while they were welding. This looks like weld flash.
I found that one.
You know what? Take it, but don't touch anything else in the
What if
garage.
I found it?
No, we need to make sure what's yours and what's mine, because when we go sourcing.
I remember that was from my box. I picked a whole bunch of flannel up. Neat.
It's not flannel.
K-I-K-O.
Okay, back to your regularly scheduled program. Thank you so much for your patience. I do appreciate that. And please pardon the interruption.
I'm hungry.
I have. Oh, I brought you some soup back. Soup and bread. I know how much. You don't like soup from Whole Foods?
I told you. Once got that soup, like, you don't like soup anymore? Like, no.
Don't you like that cheddar soup?
No.
And don't you like chicken noodle soup? I mixed them together and I gave you a roll. Yeah, and I gave you so it's like cheddar broccoli chicken noodle soup. And I gave you one of them ciabatta rolls. It's still in the car. Because I didn't want to put it down by mistake and have one of the cats jump in it. On that note, I'm probably gonna end the stream at this time because I'm getting really distracted. I do apologize for that. As y'all may or may not know, I do sell on eBay, and I've got totes and totes and totes of stuff in my garage. And every once in a while, I'll take her with me to pick up stuff, and she'll pick up stuff on her own. But I'm pretty sure that Wrangler shirt is mine. Wrangler shirts go for good money on eBay. So yeah. Hey, 1111, that might be the magic number. That might be the number for me to stop. I see 4 viewers. I have 3 likes. I don't think I've got any more feedback, so people are either doing some other stuff. You alright?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
It's right there.
Go sit at the table. You just kicking stuff around? As I was saying. So let's see. I got my last thumbs up, looks like.
You deleted yourself.
No, that was an extra window I had open to watch it. Because I'm right here. I like to look at myself on Chrome and on Firefox just to make sure. Alright. How did I jump from 11:11 to 11:23? And anyhow, the one at the bottom is half eaten. No, the one I put at the bottom for myself is half eaten. that wraps this one up. Thank you so much for joining me in the live stream. For those of you who are watching this in the replay, feel free to leave your comments and response to that question in the comment section below. Do you think, as far as, well, any stores are concerned, do you think that businesses owe it to the consumers to make their brick and mortars look nice and shiny and put upgrades? Do you think they owe it to put in seating and make things comfortable and make it more convenient? Um, do you have a ghetto corner store in your area where you live? And if so, what changes would you make to it to make it a better shopping experience? The one that I have in mind is just, it's kind of an eyesore, but they get business. So obviously, the community does not mind. For the people in the area who don't have cars, maybe it's the only thing that's around that they can go to. But for the other people that make the choice to go there, oh, no, that's no problem. That's no problem. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. You know, I always appreciate it when you come visit me. I will check you out on the next live chat, either mine or yours. But I'm just finishing up just for the folks who are coming to watch this on the replay. If they happen to watch a replay, let me know in the comment section if you have ghetto stories in your area. If so, are they making money? And if so, why do you think they're making money in spite of them not looking right, not looking good? If you had your choice of making over your store, even if you only had a few things to do, what types of things do you think would improve ghetto stores? Is it just take off the graffiti off the wall? Is it, maybe just a little bit of landscaping, just to level stuff out and get rid of dirt patches or dirt trails, things like that? Redoing the parking lot, replacing broken windows. I mean, some of these corner stores look really bad. Some of them they're just a little bit of neglect. But let me know what you think about this topic, and if you have any other business topics that you would like to discuss in future chats, also let me know. You can let me know in the comment section. You can let me know on my discussion tab. I don't have a community tab yet, but I do have a discussion tab. So go to my homepage, go like 1, 2, 3 tabs over, look at the discussion tab, and you can leave me any message about this video, about another video, about the channel in general. Or you can reach me at one of my social media outlets and reach out to me there. There's Kenya. Eat that cat! There's Kenya at 40 Entrepreneur. That's my Twitter. There is 40 Entrepreneur Drive. That is Facebook. There is 40 Entrepreneur DR. That is Instagram. And, sometimes you can't make them all the same because there's a character limitation. Anyhow, and yeah, if you ever feel moved to give me a donation or donate to the channel or donate to the cause or just say, hey, well done, job well done. I even have a Patreon account. That is 40 Entrepreneur Drive. This live feed is ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.